welcome back to Delectable You. I am Lauren. Thank you for joining me again. Today we are making a salad, but not just any salad. It's a powerhouse salad. It's got so many ingredients in it that I had to call it the Powerhouse Salad because if I tried to put all the ingredients in the title, it would have been way too long. It's got nutrient-dense foods in it like kale and pomegranates and jicama, and it's delicious to boot, which is crazy. It's healthy and it tastes good. I'm serious. So let's not talk anymore and let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is roast some butternut squash. You're gonna take a small to medium-sized butternut squash. You're gonna peel it. You're gonna take the seeds out. And then you're gonna cube it into 1/2-inch cubes. Put it on a sheet pan and drizzle it with a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of extra virgin olive oil, some salt and pepper, and about 1/2 teaspoon of garam masala. If you don't know what that is, it's like a mixture of cumin and cloves and cardamom and all sorts of delicious things, and it's in your grocery store. You can find it. So put that in the oven at 375 for 30 to 40 minutes and pull it out when it's nice and tender. While that's in the oven, you're going to caramelize onions. Peel a medium-sized onion, cut it up into thin slices, add it to a pan that has been heating up with extra virgin olive oil, 1.5 tablespoons worth, and put those onions in, toss it to coat with extra virgin olive oil, and just let those babies saute on low heat for about 40 minutes, tossing them every 5 to 10 minutes until they get nice and brown and all the sugar comes out, and they will taste so good. So I've got all the rest of my ingredients ready. All I need to do is add it to my salad. So in this bowl right here, I've got a nice mesclun mix. I've taken 8 hands full of salad because I'm making this for 8 people. That's the general rule, a handful of salad per person, especially if you're gonna add a whole bunch of other stuff to it, which we are going to do. So I'm going to add 2 handfuls of kale that I have washed, I have stemmed, and I have massaged with extra virgin olive oil. Yes, I am a kale masseuse. So I'm gonna add this to the bowl. Incidentally, kale is one of the most nutrient-dense foods you could possibly eat. So this is going to be really good for you. Next up, I'm going to add the butternut squash that I've roasted. I am gonna add all of this. This is actually gonna work out to about 2 cups, and that's fine with me because I love me some butternut squash. If you're not so much of a butternut squash fan, then just add about 1 cup, but it's totally your call because it's your salad. All right. Next up, I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of kale that this isn't kale, this is quinoa. I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of quinoa that I've already cooked and it's cold. And I want it to be cold because if I put it in hot, it's gonna absorb all of the liquids that are going into the salad and then it won't spread across to everything else and we don't want that. Quinoa is very good for you, but it doesn't like to share when it's hot. Next up, I'm gonna add those caramelized onions. Oh yeah, it smells so good. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of parsley that I've chopped up. I've got 1/2 cup of pomegranate seeds and their juices. So the juice of the pomegranate seeds is adding to the flavor profile of what will inevitably be our dressing. And pomegranate seeds, you can find them already seeded in the store, or you can just buy a full pomegranate. It's very easy, just cut it in half and squeeze those bad boys out. Now I'm gonna add a medium-sized chopped up Granny Smith apple, 1/2 cup of jicama, spelt with a J, not with an H, likes to be a little tricky. My favorite, Parmesan cheese, 1/2 cup. I've cut these up into very small little cubes. You can shave it if you want to, but I prefer it in cubes because I like to crunch into them like that. I've got a 1/4 cup of toasted walnuts. I've got a scallion that I've chopped up. Put that bad boy in there. And then I've got some ginger. So I've got about 2 tablespoons of ginger. I'm gonna take my trusty microplane. I'm gonna shave this right into the salad. And the reason I'm using a microplane is because all of the juices from the ginger come out when you use a microplane. If you don't have one, I highly suggest investing in one. But if you don't have it right now and you want to make this salad right now, just mince your garlic up, or your ginger up, nice and finely. Ah, this ginger smells so good. Lots of ginger juice and shaved ginger is going into this, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, we're good with that. We're almost there. We're at the finish. I can see the ribbon now. So I'm gonna take a lemon half, and I'm going to squeeze the juice into my hand because I would like to catch the seeds. Nobody wants the seeds in their salad. I'm gonna squeeze this over, and this is a particularly juicy lemon, so I think I'm only gonna use another half of one, so it'll work out to a whole lemon. If your lemon is not terribly juicy, you might wanna use a lemon and a half. It's totally your call. Oh, this one's a bit less juicy. It's very slippery too. All right. So now what I wanna do is add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. This will seal the liquid part of the dressing. You know me, I'm just eyeballing everything. That's about good. Now, I know it's unconventional, but cinnamon. We're gonna add about half a teaspoon of cinnamon. It goes really nicely with the garam masala. Incidentally, it's one of the ingredients in garam masala. Now I've got sea salt. I am going to put about a teaspoon and a half of sea salt in here. And once I mix it up, I'm going to taste it to see if it needs more. You know me, I like my salt. Finally, black pepper, about half a teaspoon of black pepper. Oh my God, if you can smell this right now, but it's okay because you're going to smell it soon. Now I'm just going to toss this all together. Oh, look at that. All right. Now, all I have to do is taste it. Not a bad job. You get some walnut and some cheese and some jicama and a pomegranate seed. Oh my God. I've got to try this. It's a good thing I'm done, because now it's your turn. Go and try this Powerhouse nutritious salad, and meet me back here next week for another installment of Delectable You. I'll see you next time.